A human rights report on police killings indicates that there was a 48% increase in cases in 2019 compared to 2018. Now, various human rights groups and IPOA are meeting in Mombasa for the release of the report as we speak. And joining us live from Mombasa is Francis Mtalaki. Francis, what has led to this drastic increase?
Well, quite a number of cases have been cited as to the increase, and this is as a result of what happened last year. There are a number of incidents that have been reported so far, and so human rights activists are claiming that the search for justice could be one of the reasons as to why we're seeing an increase, because there is more awareness from the public in terms of what they would want to seek and road for justice. But we expect to have more once the report has been launched by the chairperson of IPOA, Anne Makori, who we understand any moment from now will be making her way to this place to launch this report that brings across a number of human rights activists from the coast region across the 6 counties to launch this report. And we want to get more from Hussein Khalid from HAKI Africa with regard to this report. Maybe kindly break us down the statistics and what we've been able to find out for the year of 2019.
Thank you very much, Mtalaki. We are here today to release this 2019 report, and the facts are very shocking and alarming to us, because if you look at, for example, statistics on killings by police officers, we have recorded an increase of 48% killings by police officers. At the same time, we've also seen an increase in killings by civilians and also by criminal gangs. So one thing is for sure, in many areas you go all over the country, people justify killings by police, saying that it's supposed to bring down, or the idea is to bring down criminal cases. But this year, it's a clear fact that the more police kill does not necessarily equate to less crimes happening in the region. This report is not only covering killings, but we've also documented killings by criminal gangs specifically, which has also gone up. We've also documented rape, defilement, domestic violence, and other related injustices that were recorded here at the coast.
And as you release this report, maybe what would you want the IPOA to be able to address in terms of the statistics?
I think the greatest challenge for IPOA, many people have faith in IPOA, and they believe that it's an institution that can actually bring about change in police service. The message that we are sending out to the IPOA chairperson and the entire IPOA fraternity is that they need to do more. Impunity within the police service, unfortunately, has reached unprecedented levels. We appreciate in his speech, the president earlier this month said that police must operate within the confines of the law, that all their operations have to strictly adhere to the rule of law. We want those remarks by the president to be followed, and IPOA is the single institution that can make sure that police operate within the law. And this is our call to them, to put their foot on the ground and make sure that violations of human rights by police officers are, stopped in their tracks.
And case after case, when you talk to the police, they will tell you that we are conducting investigations. But how long will this process be taking? Because it seems it's taking too long, as many residents will tell you now, it's taking far too long for them to be able to have justice.
That is correct. And one clear fact that the office of the DPP has to take up is this issue of police investigating the police. People don't have faith in that system. You can't have police officers investigating themselves or one of their own. So we are calling for a drastic change in, investigations of police-related issues. And we need IPOA to be empowered to take over any issues related to police officers. We know that there is the internal affairs unit, which is supposed to also look at these issues, but that's our major concern. People don't have faith in police investigating their own, and we want to see changes in that area.
And we're talking about this change that we would want to see. What do we want to see from the police? Because they are also implicated huge for a 48% increase. This is not a small matter.
It is a big matter, really. For us as coastal people to see a 48% increment in police killings is an issue of great concern. And we are appealing to the Inspector General of Police and more so our Cabinet Secretary, Dr. Fred Matiang'i, that they have to actually sit down now and look at these issues critically. This is not, just figures that we're throwing out there. Every case that we've documented, there is proof, there is evidence, and they can check that. And the fact that the police, the same individuals who are supposed to protect life and property, are the ones, recording the highest number of killings in a region should be a cause of concern. So we are asking the entire security authority setup to critically look at this. We are willing, we are available as civil society, as HAKI Africa, to sit down, whether it's trainings of the police officers, whether it is capacity building of any kind. We are ready to do that, but we cannot have this situation continuing any longer.
And the other side of the story is that 2019 also saw a story whereby the police were agitated in a way that they say that once a police officer has been injured or killed by a criminal gang, then human rights are nowhere to be seen. What do you make of these statements?
I think that is an issue that has been thrown at our face every now and then, and it's an issue that we are looking into. If you look at the report, one of the killings by criminal gangs that we've documented in the report is the killing of a police officer that occurred in Kisauni a couple of months back. So we are also working on that. But we are saying that, at the end of the day, police officers are trained and they have been empowered by the state to offer security. When insecurity issues are recorded against them, it is not something that we should take lightly. I agree that as civil society organizations, we also need to do more to highlight the plight of police officers, including their working environment, their working terms. They are not the best, and we need to do more to push the state to give them better packages, salary, benefits, house allowances, and all that. And we are working behind the scenes to address these issues.
For the issue of criminal gangs, but we want to see from the police and the residents of Mombasa and the coast region.
Yeah, the issue of criminal gangs, unfortunately, has seen a return, particularly towards the end of the year. We've also seen the public taking the law into their own hands. Last year, we recorded the highest number of public, what they call mob justice. Of course, it's not mob justice. We saw over 11 people were killed. This is not something that we should take lightly. We are appealing to members of the public. Please do not take the law into your own hands. If there is a suspect, whether it's a criminal gang member or anything of that kind, please make sure the police, this person is apprehended to the police. And for the criminal gangs, we want to speak very firmly and clearly that no one supports any form of crime in Mombasa or at the coast. We condemn in the highest manner these criminal gangs that are moving around, hacking people, killing people. This is not something we support, and we are telling them to stop this practice immediately. We will work with the police, we will work with communities to make sure that these youth who are attacking and killing people are arrested. And if there are any issues, I think there are many programs presently at the coast where this youth can be employed, can get gainful practices so that they can, apply their trade. But taking up arms and pangas and attacking innocent civilians is something that has to stop now.
Many thanks, Hussein Khalid from HAKI Africa, the Executive Director, speaking to us with regard to what is said to be happening here in Mombasa with regard to a report that will be launched some few hours from this area. And we expect more details to be coming out from that report. And IPOA officials will be coming their way to be able to see maybe what they can be able to do with those police officers who have been implicated with a number of cases. And according to their statistics, 48% increase for the year 2019, whilst you compare to 2018. Back to you, Zinzi.